Welcome. My name is Rich, and this is DCUO. Let's Play of DCUO, I should say. Wherein I shall look at the stories that the game is trying to tell and talk about them. I think I've done these ones actually. Ooh, that's an interesting costume. Oh, it's gone. Wasn't quick enough. Oh, I think I've done that already. There are a few things that I have picked up but not done, like the sum of its parts, so I think I shall do that now. I wonder who this is down here. Ah, a red lantern. So, I need to destroy Manhunter parts, I guess. Manhunters were originally created by the Owens, the controllers of OO, I should say. And they were supposed to be a police force for the universe. They went nuts and became a huge problem. What was it even supposed to be for? Oh, that was destroy Manhunter parts. Okay, I understand. It didn't look like a pile of robot parts is what confused me. The Manhunters didn't really work because they went nuts, as I said.
This will take a few moments.
Oh, interesting. The Blue Lantern is healing the Green Lantern. Okay.
Have to get back out there.
I'm not quite sure what happened between the Manhunters being... Oh no, I suppose that is a Manhunter helmet. Okay. Or head, I suppose. Ooh, down here. The Manhunters were, I think, scrapped or put on mothballs or something in storage. After that, the Owens created the Green Lantern Corps. And a number of millennia passed. I'm not an expert on this sequence of events, so don't take my word for it. If you're interested, look it up. Some quantity of time passed, and the Yellow Lanterns became a thing, and found the Manhunters somehow, and went, ooh, this is a good idea. Let's start using those. And the Manhunters aren't a part of the Yellow Lantern Corps in the sense that they don't have yellow rings, but they make up a part of its method of function, a part of its force. This guy, I guess.
This will take a few moments.
Ah, here we are. It's a Blue Lantern who comes and helps. Okay. Okay. Not actually on top of the building. That's good. Star Labs. Okay. A Star Labs building. I'm sure I flew past here previously, and it was not yellow and green lanterns having a scrap out here. I'm sure that it was Gorilla Grodd and Star Labs dudes. Unless there's more than one Star Labs building. Or the game is capable of phasing.
This will only take a moment.
It seems to me that there should be a mission to help these guys, but I don't know where I would pick it up from.
Ready for action.
I don't know why I haven't been directed to that. Maybe I'll be asked to do it. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Find Sinestro Corps communications officers in the downtown Metropolis battle zone. Oh, that's a different mission. Oh well, I'll go and do it anyway. Let's go with the shoulders. I'm not quite sure what I'll actually get in terms of costume pieces from this. Necromancer, okay. Nice. And victory tokens, okay. Eat them, or whatever it is that you do with victory tokens to acquire them. Oh yes. It's annoying that the style tab doesn't have a hotkey. And as far as I'm aware, there isn't a way of assigning one. I don't think that it's an option in the menu. Yeah, I mean, I guess looks necromancery, I suppose. Necromancer. And that's the hands. I don't own them at the moment. I earned them on a different character. But this costume piece and this costume piece, along with some kind of... Is it a necromancer hat? Or is it... It might be Dark Spectre. No, it's not Dark Spectre. It might be Spectre, or... It's definitely not that. But the... What am I even looking for? The Reapers, or the Soul Reapers. Is it Spectre? It might be Spectre. That you fight during the Spectre's Rising, during the mission where the story arc, the series of missions. Hey, welcome Raven Force. Just talking about how I'm pretty sure that these Necromancer shoulder and hand pieces and some kind of hood, possibly also with a skull in it. What would it be? Are costume pieces used by the Soul Reapers during the... it's not hood, because that's just that. During the story arc where the Spectre goes mad. I'm just trying to find... I'm sure that there's a head option that's a hood with a skull. I just can't remember what it's called. Is it Brother Blood? Oh yes, there we go. It might be that. And then some kind of robe option. Well, obviously a chest robe, and then like legs. Legs might even just be... I don't think I have it. But there's... in the character creation menu, and therefore fairly cheaply available, must be something called... Well, for women, the formal style is a long dress that goes down to ankle length. On men, it's a pair of pants that are identical, entirely identical to the business or business casual legs option on men, and I don't know why they would have the same thing twice. I mean, there is literally no difference between them. I mean, formal smart trousers that you might wear with a tuxedo tend to have a stripe down the outside of the leg. But the formal legs option in this doesn't. Anyway, theorizing, just pulling things from the ether, the legs option might be just the formal female legs. Although if that's the case, I'm not quite sure how they got them on the men. That's wow, that's a lot of Jesus. It's a lot of coloured lights in the sky, and that's I don't think that there's a Yellow Lantern planet, but then I could be wrong. That's Mogo, the Green Lantern planet. I don't really want to think about the kind of effects that having two planet-sized objects this close to Earth would have on our just curious about what's down here. On our
Proximity.
tidal system. Like, that's if one of them explodes. Well, yeah. Bad news. I mean, given that this is a superhero world, I assume that there are people on Earth who could deal with debris from a stellar object, even if it is this close. And would anything that was big enough to be a threat would probably just probably be dealt with, and anything smaller, I don't know what threshold this would be, but anything smaller would probably just burn up in the atmosphere and not be an issue. This will be for the Ring War event, or well, mission. You know, not like an event as in a holiday event, but like the storyline of the Ring War, where I wonder why I can't get any higher here, but I can get up to the top of the LexCorp building. That's weird. I wonder if there's like a box of sky that's just higher up than the rest. That'd be really weird. Anyway, so that's Mogo, the Green Lantern planet. As in, it's a sapient planet that is a Green Lantern. I don't know what this one is. I'm not big up on the Green Lantern and related Lantern lore. But it looks rather like it's... Oh, it might not be a planet. It might be a battle station along the same lines as the... Well, certainly the idea of the Death Star, although I don't think that it has a planet-killing laser or any kind of planet-killing weapon built into it. Now that I think about it, there was a station like that written into a chapter or an arc of with this ring, but it's been a long time since I've read any of it with this ring, and certainly longer than that since the events in the story happened that featured a sort of moon-sized space installation that had a personality. Is the planet-sized Green Lantern meant to be the most powerful. I think no. He's used as a... Oh, no. Not quite in range. He's used like as a staging post by the Green Lantern Corps. He obviously was just he was chosen because he was the most suitable Green Lantern candidate in his sector. Whenever the last time his sector needed a new Green Lantern, which is to say, he has the most potential for willpower, or had the most potential for willpower of beings in his sector at the time, and therefore was chosen to be a Green Lantern. And then, when it turned out that he was a planet, the Green Lantern Corps was like, huh, okay, unexpected, but we'll take advantage of it. So he probably doesn't have the same kind of training or capability as a regular Green Lantern, but he fulfills a different role in the Corps.
Energy levels dropping.
Probably as, yeah, like a mobile staging post. It's just one beefy boy. Yeah, basically. Well, Rocky boy, if we're talking about material that he's made of. But I'm currently hunting communication codes from communications officers. I don't know why they're all... I don't know why so many Yellow Lantern Corps communications officers are packed together in this rectangle of space on this planet, specifically, but at a certain point, things like that just come down to convenience for gameplay's sake, rather than something you can really explain away by... This is interesting. Something you can really explain away by thinking about in-universe explanations or reasons. Not sure why there's this mist floating through this section. Yeah, this is definitely phased content because we're right next to the Daily Planet up there. And I've flown through here before, and this stuff hasn't been here and happening. So it has to be because I've started some Green Lantern War of the Lanterns thing. It's phased in. Oh, more victory tokens, okay. I mean, I do have Spies Like Us, but that's find and destroy demonic spies in Chaos Gotham. And to get there, I need to warp. Can I warp there? No. I'll just warp to the watchtower then. But I guess I'll just work my way around the selection of portals here. Been to Thanagar. We haven't been to Metal Gotham or Titan's Island. Why? It's really baffling to me that anyone would bother trying to sell gold in this day and age. Age of Justice. We haven't been there. We've been to New Genesis. Oh, hey, it's Mr. Miracle. This is Scott Free, the New Genesis New God of Freedom. Oh, I can't get first-person view on him, but...
You're doing a great job preventing Darkseid's agents from digging up those artifacts, but there's no escaping the fact that there's still many more out there.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. It's really baffling to me that there isn't... I mean, there's a list of... if you look at the list of missions, and if they're arranged correctly, then you can see that they're arranged in tiers of like challenge rating, which must correspond to releases of new content. And it's really baffling to me that you don't get directed in sequence, or like that there isn't like a line of people to whom you speak to get involved with that content. Like, maybe I'm approaching this wrong. Maybe you would get introduced to it in the correct way if you were increasing your challenge rating the ordinary way. And the fact that I used a challenge rating advancing thing that I got given to my account, maybe that is why this isn't clear. Well, they're persistent, aren't they? Like, maybe this would have been more easily understood if I hadn't skipped a load of combat rating levels. But if I'd done that, and I was still trying to stream it, it would have led to just months and months of streams where I grind. And that's not the content that I want to provide. So I'm confused, and it's probably my fault, but this is also probably more entertaining than doing it the proper way. CO used to have gold sellers, but something got rid of them. Noticed that. It kind of felt lost, to be honest. So I expect once you reach a challenge rating threshold, you get told to go to a particular place, or you get a contact speaking to you directly on your mission thing, and you get the icon slide out with a portrait. I have no idea how you're supposed to build up CR in DCUO. Well, the primary method would be doing on-duty stuff. So start with tier 1, and this gives you, well, minimum CR is 30, and then it takes you up to 53, and you can do tier 1, which is all 30 to 53. You can do 1 player, 2 player, up to 8 player, and then you start doing tier 2 once you've got challenge rating 43. And the way that you get better gear is you go through all of the tiers, just grinding. It's probably easier if you're willing to wait for an indeterminate period of time for each of the 4-player and 8-player things to queues to fire. This is interesting. This is laid out differently. And there doesn't appear to be any tier 1 8-player content, although novice tier 2. I mean, it's probably fair enough. I recently realised that the first time I played was only low-level stuff, and that I'd never gotten this far. I mean, in terms of getting better gear. Okay, so every time you complete one of these missions, you get a loot box that has a piece of gear that's somewhere in the range of what this describes. And the loot only goes up to what this describes here, so loot items only go up to 53. You need to keep doing these, and I think you only get a loot box reward once a day. So you keep going through all of these, and it keeps giving you one piece of gear per day that is up to this challenge rating. So in this case, it's up to 64, and in Tier 3's case, it's up to 79. So you basically go through doing these and 2-player and 4-player and 8-player tiers of content, picking up one piece of gear per mission per day, until you completely refresh until your challenge rating is raised high enough that you can move on to the next tier. There will be a period where you're doing some of Tier 1 and some of Tier 2, and then a period where you're just doing Tier 2, and then Tier 2 and then 3, as your gear gets replaced and as your challenge combat rating goes up. But it's a long process. It's involved. You have to play every day to advance quickly. Well, I mean, you don't have to play every day, but the fastest way to progress is to play every day. And you gradually replace and refresh your gear as you get rewards. It's very similar to how World of Warcraft worked. Or works, I suppose, probably. It's how most endgame content that I'm familiar with in MMOs works. I mean, to be honest, I'm not that familiar with how endgame content works in Champions Online, which is a bit weird. I swear that I heard... there we are. I heard a holo token. I was like, this isn't the right area for a holo token. There's a holo token up here. I think I listened to on stream. Yeah. What did I get? A radar thing and more nth metal. Okay. Can I sell stuff to you? Yes. Good. I can't repair items. Okay. Well, anyway, let's start with actually doing things. Basically, in CO, farm cosmics, large team content, layers, and other missions to obtain tokens and currencies to purchase endgame gear. I feel like it is probably the same here, except it's much more straightforward here. Yeah. I never got a handle on how to earn better gear in CO. In this, you get handed it in boxes. I guess let's go here first. Yeah, you do a mission and get a piece of gear from a chest once per day, or there's also weekly gear. Here, here we are. This is the mission hub. What's a mission hub? Oh, interesting. So we've got like 40s or 50s style soldier with a Thompson machine gun. So this will be 40s because the Thompson. Oh, they've even got the ribs on the barrel. So there's a section where there's the drum mag, and then there's a square section that's the body of the gun, and then there's a little bit on the top on the barrel that's like it's got ribs on it, and it tapers, and that is original to Thompson machine guns, like the old version. In later versions of the Thompson, they got rid of those fins. They were there to help cool the gun, and they also stopped adding the classic drum mag because it was too heavy and difficult to reload. Most Thompsons during Second World War and after the Second World War have stick mags. So this is a very old version of the Thompson machine gun. And I only know this because I watched a bunch of Forgotten Weapons videos about the Thompson machine gun and its variations. So if you want to find out more about the Tommy gun, then, well, that's the place I recommend, at least. So this is an area that is combining different times, I suppose, because there's people with modern military gear, or at least what the game thinks is modern military gear. I don't know what gun this is supposed to be. It's difficult to... Okay, if I stop floating around, I'll be able to control my character a bit more easily. This doesn't look like any gun I'm familiar with, but then again, I'm not a gun expert. Also, the combat fatigues are not like any that I... How is his mask staying on? It's even got a filter section built into one side, and it's just what suction cupped to his face. Maybe it's glued on with super glue. Super sticky saliva. Could be. Could be. Teleus and Ascendant, you... I've been ignoring chat for a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, it could be a... Well, except there's a... It looks like a grenade launcher on the bottom. There's lights in it. I don't think that's a very good idea if you're trying to be a sniper. CO, you get a chance at a gear piece, but also a box of coins to spend in the store. In Teleos Ascendant you do, but it's like 7 coins per box and you need 200 or more. Dino, Ape and Kiga have a chance to drop secondaries. I don't think any of the main 3 drop primaries. Okay. Yeah, secondaries can be purchased or come as drops, but primaries are solely from the store. Costs roughly 5 to 400 SCR and 250 to 200 GCR per piece. Genetically engineered super soldier with an enhanced saliva to ensure 100% suction to various surfaces. Yeah, it's a future tech gun. Yeah, I mean, that suppressor looks quite heavy. Wow. I mean, some people call them suppressors, some silencers, some mufflers, and there was actually a video about silencers on Forgotten Weapons, and Maxim, who first invented and patented silencers in, God, like the 1910s or earlier, like the very, very beginning of the 20th century or the end of the 19th century, the Maxim company patented the first silencer, or a couple of silencer designs, and well, except I suppose it might be a barrel extender. Extended barrel is about improving accuracy. It might be, but it looks thick enough that it's more than just an extended barrel. It looks like it's supposed to be a silencer. And so in this video about silencers, the guy who is an expert on silencers was saying, well, it was patented as a silencer, and if you invent it, you get to name it, and that's what Maxim called it. That's what Maxim named his device when he was naming it. So I'm not sure what caliber the gun is. Well, it might be standard American, so something NATO. But like, there's loads of calibers of gun. Looking at the ammo, if you can see the ammo in there, doesn't tell you very much. Looking at the end of the barrel doesn't tell you anything either, because that's not a caliber of, like, that's just a white disc. That's not what the end of a gun looks like. End of a gun's barrel looks like. Yeah. Anyway, I'm supposed to be doing more than just this on stream. Savage soldiers are ravaging time-torn Area 51 and the war-torn village from all sides. Defend the past and present from their advances by taking the fight to them. Take them out before they can do more damage. Okay, fair enough. Lady Blackhawk is a pilot, if I recall correctly. One of the Blackhawks, which is an all-female...
I know a bunch of our troops from both back in my heyday and even more from right now. They're all swell and damn good fighters, but they are outgunned by the savage soldiers and need your help.
Lady Blackhawk was a female pilot, leader of a female pilots-only squadron. Brings her experience from the 1940s and her modern-day military know-how to help hit the enemy where it hurts and help save those on the front lines. Okay. Warrant Officer
The
Jones.
technology at our disposal may seem like science fiction, but you can bet the farm that it's science fact. I just need your help retrieving it so we can use it against the savage soldiers.
Not really very clear on what savage soldiers are, unless they're soldiers under the command of Vandal Savage, which probably makes sense. He had a tendency to fuck around with time. Warrant Officer Jones knows the most about the advanced technology at Area 51. With his knowledge and your skills, that technology can be kept from and used against the enemy. This paradox tracking equipment is showing activity off the charts. Something big is coming through into our reality. Locate and defeat the invading paradox demons on either side of the time rip before they tear out our reality apart. Oh yes, just remembered, source marks. You get given source marks as rewards. I don't know where the currency is tracked. Oh, here we are. You get given source marks as rewards for missions, and they can be spent in the watchtower on gear. That is also better combat rating. I'm not sure what solar credit... Oh, I think you get solar credit from the 31st century stuff. I don't remember where you get Marks of Legend from, and replay badges you buy with Daybreak currency and are useful for buying the appearances of gear that you have unlocked on other characters but haven't unlocked on, you know, a current character. Oh, I wonder why this is gone dark like that.
I specialize in cleaning up messes that others cannot. This is one of the biggest I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot. In order to get this under control, I need the best assets I can find. I hope you're up to my standards.
Special Agent Anderson is attempting to get things at Area 51 back under control. To do that, she will need your help. Do a good job, and she'll update your records accordingly. Okay. I don't think that these guns that these soldiers have are energy rifles because of the magazines. That is definitely a sickle mag, and it's built like a firearm, a weapon that fires projectiles using small explosions. There are a number of energy weapons in the game, but they don't have stick magazine or sickle magazines like that.
Enemy spotted.
Didn't even notice. Okay, 196. This is fairly high as a combat rating, but still like 100 less than me. These allied soldiers and allied commandos are doing remarkably well against combat rating 190 something dudes. It has to be said. Surprised I haven't been given a mission to help injured allied commandos. But hopefully I can... Oh yeah, there we go. I can help him.
You saved my life. I'm in your debt.
They've got red on their costume, which does suggest... oh, it's sort of red-orange colour, isn't it? It's the sort of... It's the colour that... It's a colour that Savage liked to use, I think.
The Degaton will be displeased to lose this cash.
I think a case could be made that Savage troopers
I will destroy.
are under the command of Vandal Savage. Look at the location where it should have a cartridge ejection port. It's a glowing box. Yeah, unless it ejects cartridges on the other side. Also, it might well have been... it might well be that the person, the coder, or the graphic modeler who built it as an object in game isn't an expert on firearms, and yeah, it probably is the ejection port though. Don't know why he made it glowing, but I mean, I suppose in this case they have a bunch of physical models and pictures that they can look at, and they were actually going for trying to get a Thompson machine gun to look like a Thompson machine gun, but in this case they were just like, we'll pick something vaguely recent and then give it glowing bits to make it more like a futuristic thing. Looks like someone took a real firearm and made it look sci-fi. Logic? What's that? Yeah. It does bother me, stuff like that, but like... I don't know who's responsible, you know? Like, maybe the person who came up with that model, that asset for the game, knows about firearms, but their supervisor, who doesn't, was like, put some glowy bits on. Look, here, put a glowy bit here. And the person doing the modelling was like, well, but that, it doesn't... And the person supervising them was like, I don't care! Fucking put glowy bits on. Do I have to do your job for you? Like, I don't know to what extent the person who created the asset knew about firearms.
I don't want to leave you out here. I'll get back as soon as possible.
Some fictional firearms use something akin to batteries for the energy source. Yeah, I mean that would make sense for an energy weapon. But then why would you have a sickle magazine? Maybe the sickle magazine contains a sequence of batteries that get a one use, and then they get ejected once they've been used. I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't make very much sense, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't use ammo in the modern sense, it does expend something. So you don't need to replace batteries periodically, maybe once per shot, maybe not. Oh, you need to replace batteries. Yeah, I guess. I mean, we're trying to apply both. We're trying to apply
Time is relative. Albert Einstein. Time is a pain in my arse. Me, Rip Hunter. Something big is about to happen, or has happened, and I'm just now finding out about it. My sensors in the time sphere started going crazy, which led me here to Area 51. Next thing I know, World War II-era stormtroopers start pouring out of the tears in time. Paradox energy is off the charts, and it looks like the entire space-time continuum is starting to collapse in on itself. I have had a day.
Mixing real world and comic book logic. Yeah. I mean, so we're trying to apply out of universe. Well, we're trying to come up with in-universe explanations for a thing that is really only an issue because of out-of-universe things. Like we're trying to come up with what's only an explanations for Doyleist problems. Like, I don't believe that any real firearm manufacturer would come up with the design of firearm that we can see that is a modern futuristic firearm in this game that these soldiers are wielding as something that works. I think that is purely an invention of someone who doesn't know anything about firearms, or doesn't know much, certainly. Or took an existing model and then for a firearm that actually does work, and then adjusted it without knowing anything about firearms. So it's annoying, but it's an out-of-universe problem that we're trying to apply in-universe logic to, and as such I don't think that really works. Defeat enemy soldiers, 38 of 411. That's a lot more than I was expecting. That's a lot. That's a bit too much. I don't know why 411 as well, like, a bit of a weird number really. I don't think it's significant to anything. Probably get there by the time you finish all the other stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. But I mean, maybe not. Yes, I know that there's a dish in the way. Can you please do, like, can you reach around the dish to hit him? It's not rocket science. I've been looking at getting back into WoW and looking at the changes that have been made, but I haven't. I've been able to find explanations of like how to level, like leveling guides from 1 to 60 or 1 to 50, but not a video about what the leveling experience is like. Like, you've got a lot of choices of places to go and content to do, but no explanation of what it's like now during this expansion. So I'm wondering about probably not doing that on stream, because it would mean having like 6 different characters. But probably doing a video on it for YouTube, because I can't find a video explaining what I'm looking for if I look for it, then maybe someone else will look for it as well. But like, I don't know how easy it would be anymore to do a video like sequentially going through all the content in World of Warcraft and looking at the stories. I think it must still be like the content is still there, but very quickly once I'd done one zone, I would probably have out-leveled all of it. Because I think the way that it works now is there's how many expansions?
I'll be back to
7
help
or
out.
8?
As soon as I'm patched up.
I'll finish beating these guys up and then try and think about it.
I don't want to leave you out here. I'll get back as soon as possible.
So there's original World of Warcraft. What is the secondary attack for shield weapon ranged option? So it is either a weird sort of little hold the shield up and then pulse an attack with the non-shield hand, the right hand, or the heavy attack is toss the shield. There are no combos for light attacks, light ranged attacks, so if you do a light ranged attack it just looks like this. There are no special combos for it, but there's 3 combos for, well, 3 stages in the heavy attack, which look like that's the first one, that's the second one, and that's the third one, where it yo-yos out from you basically. Or it looks a little bit like the chakrams in Kingdoms of Amalur, which are a pair of large discs, like really quite big. So in Kingdoms of Amalur, there are a number of different material types for weapons and armor, and each of the different material types looks different. So there's an iron, steel. I don't remember the rest. There's some kind of red crystal. That's the final best material type, and each of them looks different, and you learn as you level up basically combos very similar to this, where you can make the discs fly out and fly back to you. And Prismir, that's the stuff. Thank you.
That creature is beyond imagination.
I quite like the chakrams, even though they don't start out being terribly good, because of the way that they look when you're attacking with them. So I'll probably be playing the same character that I played the first time through when I play it on stream, which was Sword and Chakram, and a completely balanced build. So even or relatively even taking of abilities from all 3 schools or types. So back to World of Warcraft though. There's original World of Warcraft, or as it's called, Vanilla or Classic, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, Battle for Azeroth, and now Shadowlands. So 9, which is quite a lot. Well, 8 expansions, 9 total. And the way that the story worked was events proceeded from Classic into Burning Crusade, which took most of the events took place in Outland, which was somewhere that you visited earlier in the lore in the earlier Warcraft games before World of Warcraft, and you go back to it in Burning Crusade. Then they added a new continent, which was Northrend for Wrath of the Lich King, and during all of this you'd max out your character at 60 in the original, then it was 70 in Burning Crusade, then 80 in Wrath of the Lich King. My KOA character was a walking tank who used magic as a ranged attack and chakrams as weapons, but also some of the rogue passives and the poisoned weapon power, since it works on chakrams. Yeah, I mean, the thing I really like about Kingdoms of Amalur was that you could pick powers from any of the trees. Like, you didn't lock yourself into might or magic or rogue by making a selection. Like, you did need to unlock more stuff by spending points in a tree, so you could probably manage to buy all of the skills or powers in a tree, even if you were doing 2 trees, but you probably wouldn't be able to max out all of them in one tree. But the way that I played was I wanted to have all 3, or a balance of all 3, or a mix, so that, I mean, it's easier to explain. I know what I mean, and I can picture it, but without actually showing it on screen, it would probably be confusing to, even if I explained the skill system and the talent system. So I don't think I'm going to bother. But I was mostly in plate and leather. I don't think I bothered with any of the cloth armor in Kingdoms of Amalur, KOA. If I recall correctly, the way it works is that at max level you have more skill points than are needed to max 2 trees. Yeah, I think you earned slightly more so that you could purchase a few skills in the third of the trees if you were only going for 2, or you would certainly have more points to spend than were available in one tree, so you could pick a couple from one or both of the others. But I never actually did that. There were a couple of abilities right at the top of all of the trees that I liked the look of, or liked the sound of, but I never unlocked because I didn't want to specialize just in one of the trees. I wanted to have a blend. What's this? Oh, right, it's a hand in. Okay, that's why. So in World of Warcraft, you would go through each expansion's worth of content, because it would have content. So Burning Crusade, for example, would have content from level 60 to level 70. And to level up a character, you would basically have to go through each of the expansions. You wouldn't have to do everything, especially if you have a way of boosting your XP gain. There's stuff called heirlooms, which you can buy with in-game currency once you're as a thing to spend money on, that you could then equip to a new character, an alt, that would give them a bonus to the XP that they earned. And when I play World of Warcraft, I will show that off a bit more. But basically it works very much like the Champions Online heirloom stuff, except it wasn't one single piece of gear that you had to put in storage and pass from character to character. You had a menu with the list of gear that you'd unlocked, and then you create a new piece on each character. You could create multiple pieces, but you couldn't do anything with them except equip them. Like, you can't create a piece of heirloom gear in World of Warcraft and then sell it or break it down for parts for crafting. Like it was just equip it to your character, or it takes up space in your inventory. Which, fair enough. The Destinies had tiers, and the top tier Destinies, kind of like character classes, required really heavy skill point spending in certain trees. The most powerful Destinies didn't actually need all your skill points. I'm sure if you needed to max skill trees. No, I don't remember, to be honest. And the Destiny that I chose was the balanced one, because it meant that you had it gave you bonuses to skill points, so that you could end up with every single non-combat skill maxed, including lockpicking and smithing and stuff like that.
With this success rate, maybe Special Agent Anderson will finally write something good in my files.
Hey, welcome, Clickbait. How's it going? I've just spent a bunch of time meandering through content and blathering about other games.
Excellent work. And I don't give out praise easily. Just ask Warrant Officer Jones. At this rate, you'll become a serious contender for a permanent position with my government organization.
Well, that assumes that I actually want a position with your government organization. I think I'm fine without. Thanks. I can hear a holotoken around somewhere. It might be outside, actually, now that I think about it. No, it's not under the stairs. Yeah, I think it's outside somewhere. Aha! A non-combat skill, actually, if you did it right, could be maxed even without the universal classes. And not every single one of them, I don't think. I don't think that you could max everything without the Universalist Destiny in Kingdoms of Amalur. Defeat a Paradox Demon in Time-Torn Area 51. No, it's not marking a Paradox Demon for me. That's annoying. I wonder how big this zone is. No. It's relatively large. Savage officer.
Those fascist pigs need more punching.
Absolutely.
We are stronger.
Thank you for the assist. Time to get back out there.
The trick is knowing where to find the skill books and using the skill trainers before the books. Oh, okay. Well, I never looked into maximizing my skill earning. If you have the Legend of Dead Kell expansion, you could get all of them at max, but you needed to follow a guide to find everything and do a lot of running around. No, I didn't buy any of the expansions. The first time I played, actually, to be honest, I was playing a pirated version of the game, so I didn't want to try my luck. I have since bought a version of the game, the original version, not the remastered version. So I suppose I could buy the expansions. Kind of annoying that they bothered with a remastered version. I mean, I didn't think that the game was that popular and warranted a re-release with better graphics. And also, I mean, I think the game looks fine as it is. It looks perfectly fine, the original. I don't think that they needed a re-release. I mean, unless they were also fixing bugs. There's a wiki article on it, quite helpful. I got it in a Steam salve that came with all the DLC. Did you mean Steam salve, or did you mean something else? I don't think salve is quite the word you were looking for. Sale, okay. KOA's issue wasn't that the game wasn't popular, it was that the devs overspent on making the game. Oh, okay.
We are stronger. Destroy them.
Where can I even find a Paradox Demon? What does one look like? Oh, probably that. That's basically a four-tentacled beholder. Transformed person. Wild. Oops. That's way more powerful than it has any right to be. The level of enemies in this is so variable, even with combat rating. Like,
You will regret it.
I would have had no indication. I mean, other than the fact that the mission suggests 4 people for the taking on a Paradox Demon, I would have had no indication that it was that.
I hear you made quick work out of those savage soldiers.
That difficult. So I'll take that. There's each one of these has a disappointingly small amount of content in it. Or at least it's disappointing to me. Anyway, I think I'm not going to do that. Seek and destroy. Oh yeah, that's defeat 400 dudes. I'm on 92. So let's not bother with that either. How do we get out? I swear I came from here. Weird. Oh well, I'll just warp out, I guess. Yeah, everywhere else had an exit teleporter. That's the same place that you came in by, and that one didn't, which is a bit weird. I wonder what the difference between Birds of Prey Metropolis is and just Metropolis. Well, this is pretty recent content as well, actually, so it'll be fairly high combat rating. Ah, this is a different version of Metropolis. Mogo isn't in the sky having a fight with the lanterns. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check. I should have checked whether Mogo was in the sky in Gotham as well as Metropolis.
Glad to see Oracle sent her best and brightest. Whatever Luther's up to, he's incited chaos in cities around the globe. That has the Justice League spread thin. Also, something in the air is affecting everyone in Metropolis, including police. Add to that wild animals escaping from the zoo, and I could seriously use your help. Maybe we can get to the bottom of this here at its source.
I've dropped some supplies nearby to help you out. They're in a crate keyed to your biometric signature. It's a combination of my tech and some helpful items Luther just made available. Use them well.
I've enjoyed this to some extent. Just please don't try to take on the metahuman experiment by yourself, please. I guess the metahuman experiment is difficult then. He's one of those bad guys that rearranges your spine, then finds more people to beat up. Sounds like it.
Lex is a madman, but he's a genius-level delegator. I'm willing to bet he's working with organized crime gangs. Confiscate Lex's weapons, stop robberies, and transport stolen goods to the MPD. Let's see if the gangs poke their heads up.
Things here are bad. Can I count on you?
This is an unusual version of Black Canary. She's wearing more than you usually see on Black Canary. And it's more casual rather than superhero swimsuit style.
With every story, there's more going on than we can see. While you're out helping people, look for clues about things happening behind the scenes.
This is a zone-wide thing. There are 2 zone-wide fights to my knowledge. The time I fought the Emerald Eye of Ekron, it's because I saw a bunch of other players fighting, so I jumped in to help out. Okay. Calculator bot in POP Metropolis has gone haywire and is destroying the city. Defuse the buggy bot and Oracle will reward for the assist. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Ooh, there's a few more missions here than in previous versions.
When these crises hit, nobody ever thinks about the poor animals. The zoo's busted open, and someone needs to help those sweet fur babies. Use my fix-it gun to keep them safe. I've left gift boxes around town to help with that.
Still kind of annoyed that they changed Harley Quinn's design in-game to this version over the original. Because she did used to look like the version from the Batman animated series. In fact, I think I've got a headpiece that I got from a Harley Quinn fight. Yeah, there we are. That looks like that.
Airborne pheromones are intensifying people's basic instincts. Regular folks, the police, you name it. Everyone wants to pin it on me, but I'm trying to show Harley I can blossom again after what I did in Gotham. I need your help to clear my name. Will you neutralize the pheromones and spread my antidote? My babies are out there trying to help, so protect them if you see them in danger. And if you won't do it for Metropolis, well, I'll owe you one.
We're going to figure out why Luther did this. We need to go to the source. Was he even there when the bomb detonated? Go to LexCorp Tower and check out his penthouse office. I've got a few friends on site, but things will go faster with your help.
Ooh. Top of LexCorp building is on fire. Ah, calculator bot. Definitely jump in and join that if you can. Fur babies, Larson Uru. Wow, the cash reward for this mission is more than the default currency cap. They actually made that outfit for the Suicide Squad movie, but only use it in flashbacks. Huh. I was like, I was thinking that this looks similar to the Suicide Squad outfit, but obviously it's not the same. I didn't realize, because I haven't watched it, I didn't realize that this is a costume that was used in the film, just in flashbacks. So, fair enough. Some kind of super soaker. Interesting. Can't sell these, but they're not as good as my current. Well, I mean, I suppose I didn't check whilst I was out of the content area. I suppose I should probably do that. Make sure I hadn't noticed they were clamped before. Using a gun. Fuck off.
Bring it.
How do I get rid of this stupid gun? Ah, press 3. Thank you. That's helpful. Nope. There we go. Bugger that. Well, it's not got a mate, it's a lioness. Do I need to have a gun? Use Harley's fix-it gun to help animals. Oh, fuck off. For the animals bit, subdue them, there's stun grenades and something else. I don't fucking like using that rifle though. It's a horrible feeling weapon. that guy even get a flamethrower from? Wow. A peaceful way. Fly in and pop a shield up and click F at the circle. Oh, okay. So you don't have to beat the tar out of everyone. Good to know. What this green mist is doing to calm everyone down. It's a real mystery, that. Imagined QI screaming justice in a Batman voice while beating them into the pavement, and a horrified superhero looking on like, oh my god, just stand in the circle and release the cure. Quantum Issues is like, nah, bash. They want to get rowdy? We can get rowdy. Help suppress crime around the city. That's a bit non-specific, isn't it? Not quite how I'm supposed to do that. I think there was a mission to come up here as well. I mean, there may not have been. I'm pretty sure that someone said, okay, go up to LexCorp Tower, to Lex's office, and investigate. Although it looks like this is the ceiling. I can't get any higher than this. Told it to track this mission, and it hasn't told. Well, it's telling me to get to zoo breakout clue and get to pheromone source clue, because I've just found a clue here, but it's not marking either of those things on the map anywhere, so I don't know where the fuck I need to get to. I don't know where Metropolis Zoo is. These dudes' tracksuits must be really incredible. They're standing up. If they count as 304 combat rating, yep, found a plant master friend. That's presumably helping with these foggers somehow. Still got no idea where the zoo is. It is very Art Deco, isn't it? I love it. Oh, is this the zoo? No, Metropolis City Hall. Ah, this is what it's supposed to look like when it's not been destroyed by the lanterns having a war here. How did that gorilla get on the roof? How did he get up here? Why? What would possess the gorilla? I suppose I'll fucking have to. Put up with rifles. Limited distance spray. Some kind of... orb. There we go. Try near the water. You do realise that we're on an island, Try near the water could be almost anywhere. Annoy him. Stop that! A lot of gorillas around here. Apparently this isn't close enough. Alright. Oh, there we go. These are very big lions. Apparently that doesn't... Oh right, it's a ball of... giant ball of string. That's why it didn't have any effect on the gorillas. Ball of yarn for lions, knockout gas for gorillas. Red squad when you need them. See, when you're... Before you... like... actually face a lion, when you just press that, it doesn't actually look like anything. It just looks like... a red ball of nothing. It doesn't look like a ball of yarn until you're actually faced with a lion. And why wouldn't knockout gas work on a lion? They've got lungs, just the same as gorillas have. This is giving me no information whatsoever. Is this the pheromone source clue? Is that what it is? No. It's just... some old bollocks. Does that help suppress crime around the city? What was that? Was it a weapons crate? I originally thought it was a ball of bloody meat. The icon looks like you're using a boxing glove as a projectile when you return stolen goods, I guess. It might be, I suppose. Oh, this is as far as I can go. So the zoo is inside here somewhere. Dead helpful mission this. Or dead helpful mission info anyway. Ooh, souvenirs. I could go and get a Metropolis souvenir. Neither of these are doors. Oh, I could go in here. Not allowed through there. Oh, he's a smuggler. It's contraband in the same shape of crate that they keep missiles in when it's open, but smaller. So maybe smaller missiles, I guess? Nearest police. There we go. Yeah. Just drop it on the floor. Don't worry about it. It's not like dropping missiles is a problem. If they wanted it to be safe, they would put padding in the box.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
You sure? Oh, I'm done with that. Okay. I mean, I guess I can pick this up and take it to the police. Yeah, explosions? Those only happen when you use the guns, right? Well, you see, the thing about missiles is they are, well, these days, they're purposely built so that they only go off when a certain sequence of things happen. Like, you can't just drop a missile and it will go off, as far as I'm aware. Maybe that's specifically nukes. Anyway, they're very careful with missiles. I mean, dropping a missile before it's armed would damage it, and that would be expensive, which you don't want to do, because they're worth a lot of money. But I don't think that Olaf Olsen family photo, Superman's pals stuff. Batmobile wheel. The Batmobile has lost a wheel. And Joker got away. Apocalypse conflict diamonds. What's this for? But yeah, fighting indie gang. It's probably crates of tech from Apocalypse. Yeah, that makes sense. The crates don't look like Apocalypse tech though, so they must. Maybe they acquired Apocalypse tech, put it in. Okay, I can't go any further west than this. Put the tech in modern Earth boxes or crates to move around. Yeah, this is a normal way of flying. Not facing forwards, but facing off slightly. That's how that works. Ooh, this is as far as I can go, far north as I can go. It's true that certain type of detonators have a switch that needs to spin a few times to arm the detonator, but if you break open the explosive shell, it might explode anyway, even if the detonator doesn't trigger. I suppose it depends on what the payload is made of. But I think spins... Isn't that just grenades? I didn't think that missiles required to spin before they would arm. I know that a lot of grenades, particularly ones that are launched... well, yeah, projectile grenades, not the ones that you hold in your hand and throw. But projectile grenades that you launch from something need to spin a certain number of times before they get armed. Or rotate. Cocktails. You need this whole big... Oh, it's a restaurant as well, okay. You need this whole big building to be for cocktails and a restaurant. Maybe they serve really, really tall cocktails. And a hotel. With a bar. So they must compete against this golden cocktail building. So, no mission that I have been given so far has shown me where the Metropolis Zoo is. And this mission also does not show me where the Metropolis bar, zoo is, not bar. I'm talking about bar. Doesn't look like any of the buildings here would contain a zoo. Unless you're talking about LexCorp. Maybe this dome on top of this building is some kind of zoo. But I doubt it. Is this just going to take me to rooftop level? But it is, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Oh. View of someone's bum there. Nice. Dat as. They were even named Dat as. Well, I've completed these missions at least.
Thank you. Keep this up, and I'll owe you one.
Hooray! Thanks for saving our furry friends!
Thanks. That's a few more criminals getting the punishment they deserve.
Big. Seems to be the big leg armor, big helmet. Seems to be the costume piece selection here. Furious. Okay. Nice. What does that look like? I've got furious trousers. I probably want to go this way, don't I? Interesting. I wonder whether the app is still connected to the chat. Let's take the boots. Now my shoes are furious as well. I'm just really angry. Metallic. Change that to blue. Guess that to white. So it matches up. That's quite a cool look. Those big Barda's pants. They might be, actually, now that you say it. They might be big Barda costume. Well, I'm not going to get any. Oh yeah, big Barda. Ah, that's really smart. That. And she was a member of the Furies before she escaped. What's this for? Absorption cells. Originally developed by Professor Ivo, absorption cells are capable of absorbing the abilities and skills of superpowered individuals. Ah, okay. Okay. Ooh, hey. Let's see if I can upgrade anything. Oh yes, of course that requires catalysts. But I can't do that. or anything with that, but I think I can upgrade this. There we go. Okay, that's quite cool. I mean, Big Barda didn't wear a cape in the comics. I wonder whether he's got any more of the Furious pieces. Oh no, these are costume pieces, or cosmetic, like hair pieces, botanical hairstyle, which presumably is Poison Ivy's hairstyle. Enhanced adaptive android gloves. It's a shame that you can't zoom in on here to get a better look.
One of my contacts uncovered information about Luther using mind control to influence government policy from the very top.
And they call us the enemy of the people.
Enhanced Psycho Jester. Oh, it's just a backwards cap. Enhanced Psycho Jester shoulders. Oh, it's a Harley top. Harley legs. Okay, so these costume pieces are basically Harley Quinn pieces. Okay. What was this person saying again? Oh. Pranksters. Still Psycho Jester stuff. Okay. Still the same. Okay. Ooh. Shield. Oh, it's trash can lid. Okay. It's not really a prankster item, is it? Anyway. Still got no idea where I'm supposed to find the zoo. Help Lois Lane investigate mayhem in Metropolis by finding clues and evidence around town. Yeah, you couldn't, like, fucking tell me where, could you?
Get out there. The story won't discover itself.
Why don't you search around, you knobhead? Give me some clues at least. A place to search, an area within which that is smaller than the current area. Or you're just taking advantage of the fact that I can fly and you can't. Do I need to beat up the gorillas before I'll get a zoo breakout? Is that what that's about?
Good work. I'll take it from here.
Counterfeit zoo ID badge. Okay, where's the zoo? Is it just because it was near a gorilla? Or did the game hear me complain? Is that what's going on?
Thanks, I can handle it from here.
Content. Yeah. I mean, there are more missions available. Counterfeit zoo ID badge. Likes call Brent security. Do I have to physically pick up items that take up space in my inventory? Is that what that is?
Thanks, I can handle it from here.
Pheromone source clue. What? Is it those foggers? Because I beat up a bunch of dudes around those foggers that were spraying gas already, and nothing happened. I didn't get a drop of anything. I couldn't find anything with a magnifying glass icon. DCUO players to know city layouts from comics. As if you'd ever get enough information from a comic about the layout of a city. I'm pretty sure that the idea of Metropolis having a city zoo is pretty new to the game. We don't like how poor directions are in DCUO, like district names, etc. Yeah, I mean, the only reason that you can tell what district you're in is because the quests are telling you that you're supposed to go to a district called that, and you just follow the arrows. Like, there's nothing on the map that tells you what area is what, after all. This is Little Bohemia. I only know that because there's a safe house here that's a Little Bohemia safe house. And over here is Chinatown. Suicide Slums is over here, I think. This is Midtown, which, I mean, it's the middle, so that makes sense. I mean, the game should tell you everything you need to know to find the things it's asking you to find. Like, you shouldn't need to go to Google. I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
I never thought I'd fight alongside criminals. I spent my whole life hunting them with crossbows. Just occurred to me that maybe I should be more surprised that they're willing to work with me.
What's this dude doing standing up on here?
You'll never take me in. I'm unstoppable.
You are literally impossible to touch. So I suppose that is an aspect of it. But you are eminently stoppable. And you would come down here and stop hiding, being a coward. You're just supposed to fucking wander around. This isn't clue finding. This isn't mission content. This is fucking... randomness. doesn't even give you any hits. It's not like, hey, you can find the the Metropolis City Zoo south of LexCorp Tower. That'll give you an area in which to search. Like, Lois didn't say, if you want to find pheromone clue sources, look in this area. That's some pretty classic superhero stuff there, though. Getting cats out of trees. I do like that. A small thing about this, which I do like. I think pheromone source clues are from those roof fans, if I recall correctly. Well, nothing was showing up when I was there. Do I smash the pheromone, the fogger? The fan? Pitch him off the roof. It's a shame he doesn't take falling damage. He's going to need to teleport back up here before I can finish him off. There he is.
Hold back.
I know it will have the magnifying glass icon on it, but I've already done stuff with these fogger things and no magnifying glass symbol has appeared. I know that I need to look for magnifying glass symbols to interact with, but so far they're not showing up at all. Not for the pheromone source clue. You know, that's how I happened to find the other two clues. Just by accident, wandering around. What's the mission called again? Turn over every stone. Surprised if this was rated the worst mission in an open zone. Yeah, it's pretty terrible because of how little help you get from the game. Is the DC Universe Online wiki going to have any information? It's vaguely useful. Empty pheromone vial. Literally trying to find needles in a giant city-wide haystack. Well, at least it's not the whole city. At least it's like a quarter of the city. One is right next to the building with the safe zone. One is on the tall building behind LexCorp Tower, and one is at the corner of the building 1 block south of the Metropolis Museum of Art. But it doesn't tell you which one! So I guess I need to search around the safe zone building. Because I found one behind LexCorp, and I found one down south here. So I assume the one that I want is, the final one is around here somewhere. The pheromone vial. But is it on top of a building? Is it on one of these ledges? Is it in a bin? Is it under someone's hat? It's been carefully placed at the very top of this antenna by a weirdo. Try a different site. See whether there's a different guide. It's actually helpful. Art gallery. Roof of City Hall, culprit's clue. Birds of Prey Tower. Zoo breakout clue. I need to find an art gallery. Apparently. Just fly around and check out white dots. Shouldn't take too long. It fucking does. Tell you what, and it's not shown on the minimap as a white dot. Aha. Someone on Reddit actually being helpful. Pheromone clue, pheromone bottle, is on the ground 6 blocks east and 2 blocks north of the Birds of Prey Tower on the southwest corner of the building. So, 6 blocks east, 2 blocks north. 1, 2. Is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here. According to this person, at least. Alright, I guess I'll try over there. Oops, no. Museum of Art. Now I wonder, when they say art gallery, oh no, this is a gallery here, okay. Whether they mean Museum of Art when they say art gallery. So I suppose this probably might count as a gallery of art if it contains art and is displayed in a gallery format. But it's not called an art gallery. It's called a museum. Which makes the hint very unhelpful. Unless this is supposed to be where I'm finding the thing, but it's not there. Or how about here? Oh, well, there's an object here, but it's not the one I'm after. Oh, I already have that. Okay. Oh, it's on the ground. Not on the building itself. So around here somewhere, presumably. Aha! Oh, it is marked on the map with a white dot. Still don't think that's good enough. I think they could have drawn an area on the map that you're supposed to look inside of to narrow it down. But two of these, the pheromone bottle and the fake zoo badge, were ones Lois herself could have found.
Pheromones? And why involve the zoo? Oh, sorry. Taking audio notes. Thanks for finding these clues.
Now there's more.
We're going to figure out why Luther did this. We need to go to the source. Was he even there when the bomb detonated? Go to LexCorp Tower and check out his penthouse office. I've got a few friends on site, but things will go faster with your help.
Thanks to you, I've got a few leads about unknown metahumans on the rampage. My sources say the metahumans escaped from a hidden lab in town. While you're stopping them, I'd appreciate any information that proves or disproves my source's information.
Ah, so locate the escaped metahuman experiment and get Lois Lane an exclusive. This is the one that Ravenforce had warned me not to do.
Hey,
Solo.
I'm putting together a story about the lives of people with superpowers. Could you take my camera drone scoops and get pictures of yourself in action? It'll be worth it. You could be front page news. What do you say?
I don't think I'm going to bother with that either. Because it will mean... Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could take it and then not do
I'm
it.
putting together a story about the lives of people with superpowers. Could you take my camera drone scoops and get pictures of yourself in action? It'll be worth it. You could be front page news. What do you say?
Presumably equip this and then go out, get pictures. Cat in tree snapshot. I think there should be a cat in a tree down here somewhere. Here we are. It's weird behavior for a camera drone. No, it says Team 8. Oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't notice that for the lowest lane one. The scoops one is good. Just slot it, activate, and then beat things up. Where do I find Luther Zealots, though? Is it these guys? No. I mean, it didn't react at all. Apparently did get pictures of something else though.
Run for your lives!
Action pics while you spread Ivy's cure. Okay, that was that. So I'll probably want... Oh, maybe not. I thought that the... Look for light up L signs on the ground and people rushing to grab weapons. Ah, okay, that's a Luther Zealot sign. Location. Okay. Thank you. Well, there should be one around here. In this parking lot? Where do I find an escaped experiment? Meta. That doesn't... We could go near it, activate combat and see if that works. I don't know where the... Just saying meta doesn't help me. I didn't take the mission to go and face the experiment because you said it was difficult. Under a golden arch. What, on a bridge? Well, that needs 2 teams of supers to take down. You can take it and do a call out. We took it down with around 5 people. Is it actually anywhere within this area, or do I have to talk to someone? Do I have to talk to Lois Lane and take the mission to go to it, because it's not here. Although having said that, there was a skull on the map around here somewhere, wasn't there? This arch? It is open world, okay. What are you? Locate the escaped metahuman experiment and get Lois Lane exclusive. Find it and take it down. No, I'm not going to do that. But this doesn't say anything about being an 8-person job, though. Is this the experiment? Yes, it is. I think I might be okay as long as I don't target it. Oh no. At least the stupid drone has taken the pictures.
Awesome, thanks. These pictures are gonna make you big.
Why exactly do I have these things taking up space in my inventory? Where do I hand them in? Do I have to do...
Thanks to you, I've got a few leads about unknown metahumans on the rampage.
No.
My sources say the metahumans escaped from a hidden lab in town. While you're stopping them, I'd appreciate any information that proves or disproves my source's information.
Took pictures of how incredibly powerful the experiment is. Yeah, I guess it must have done. I completed the mission that asked me to find these things, and they're still in my inventory, so I'm gonna fucking delete them. It doesn't seem as though there's a follow-up mission or anything. Let's see. No, that's only slightly better. And so is that. So let's sell those. Because they're not... Oh, can't sell them. Alright. Delete them then. Off you go. I mean, unless I can break them down for parts, maybe? Can I salvage them? Or scrap them or something? Let's find out. Is the crafting table over here? Yes. Salvaging. Oh. No, I want to sell that because it's a costume piece. Right, I guess I'm deleting them then. Stone Boy's crusty clothes. Yeah, I picked that up in 31st Millennium. But yeah, I'm just gonna put the bow up on the auction house. Oh, I can't. I can't sell it. It must be bound. Okay, I guess I'll salvage it then. Go to Titan Island, or Titan's Island.
Kill the robots! Hack back the robots! Power up the robots! Holy crap. You guys are total dorks.
Okay, so to me, the Titans equal fun. When I want to go all super califreaky-ocious and dance until my paws, talons, underbelly, or what have you hurt, guess who I call? Duh, the Titans. When I want to chillax and binge watch 11 hours straight of angry, evil kitchen dude, who do I call? Oh yeah, the Titans. And when I'm jonesing for a super mondo, double veggie, triple cheese pizza with all the works, who do I call? Yup. And you know why? Because the Titans equal fun.
I've not found a version of Beast Boy that I actually enjoy as a person. You know, like, as a character. They always just irritate me.
Most importantly, with no doubt whatsoever in my mind, the best part about being a Titan is being the hero. At the end of the day, all the chocolate cake, video games, dubstep dance-offs, giant 4K monitors, and T-shaped accoutrements don't mean diddly if you don't have screaming fans there to cheer you on when you save the day.
Screaming fans should not be in any superhero's list of top 20 reasons to be a superhero.
Greetings, visitors. Welcome to Titan Island. We hope you have a pleasant stay. For your convenience, the island is equipped with automated tour guide kiosks located at various points of interest on the island. We encourage you to visit them all.
Is Control Freak in this game? Early 2000s Beast Boy. Annoying but more lovable. Best version I've seen personally from Teen Titans Animated. I've not seen Teen Titans Animated. I've seen Young Justice and Teen Titans Go. And this. What else has he been in?
Not the proudest day for the Titans, but it seems like Raven and Cyborg are taking it the worst. You'd earn some extra points in my grade book if you did as much as you can to help them out.
Okay, but what is actually happening here? Is anyone going to tell me?
Whoever did this must be trying to get on my last nerve. Did these jerks think I was just going to let the tech I designed get hacked the day before I joined the Justice League? Answer: hell no. I could use some assistance. You game?
So some of the technology that Cyborg has invented has been taken over by a rogue hacker. Okay. Terra. Spoilers, she's
Got
probably a
anything
villain.
other than rescue missions? Talk about boring.
Spoilers, she's probably a villain.
So did you ever see that movie with the giant kaiju where these dudes and these giant robots totally kick their butts? So you're totally gonna do that! Except without kaiju. And instead of being in the giant robot, you're just gonna kick its butt. Pretty awesome, huh? Okay, ready, set, go.
First of all, no, because that's an 8-person mission. Second of all, no, because it's you asking. Oh shit.
So if I had to be totally honest, my life isn't always wooing the ladies and beating up the bad guys. You know, sometimes I need to be the life of the party so I don't break down crying. But even so, dude, it's nothing a few good friends and a humongoid piece of cake can't fix.
Who ate the last of my chocolate cake? Garth?
See, with Bill and Ted, they talk fairly similarly, but they're endearing. With Beast Boy, he's just fucking annoying.
I am sensing many of the civilian visitors on Titan Island are in danger. On top of that, outside forces seem to be targeting the tower itself. The team is stretched thin dealing with all of this at once. Your help is needed.
Oh, is that what the World According to Guy, i.e. Beast Boy, is that what the investigation is called? World According to Guy. It's all him. Beast Boy took time out of his busy schedule
awards did we
to
get
answer
if we make the team?
his fans' hard-hitting questions. Yeah, hard-hitting questions. Busy schedule. Yeah, fucking sure it is. Battlefield Logan. If I recall correctly. Yeah. You hate Bill and Ted, Hawkman. That's a shame. I really like Bill and Ted. I think they're hilarious. I think they're endearing, and I think that it's actually a fairly good series of time travel films as well.
Patrolling for intruders.
Yeah, it would be really nice if it were one Titan each, not just Garfield over and over.
We're not sure whether they are taking advantage of the chaos or if they're the ones behind it, but Nightwing has reports of the Fearsome Five on Titan Island. No matter what they're up to, we need to stop them. Gather some allies and take one on.
Red Robin. This might be Jason Todd, but it should be Tim Drake, which is odd because the current Robin that we saw during the level up process should be Tim Drake. I mean, what's the word? Thingamy. Jason Todd becomes Red Hood. Giant robot. I wonder how difficult this will be to defeat. It's probably going to kick my ass. I think I'm going to run away. No thank you. Giant robot. I would rather not.
This place is driving me out of my mind. Do these people ever stop smiling? Today, in training, that little psycho Robin almost beheaded Wonder Chick. Then an hour later, Gar drags me out of my room for a freaking dance party? What is wrong with these people?
Well, if Tim Drake has become Red Robin, then the current Robin would be Damian Wayne, who was raised by the League of Shadows to be an assassin. So him almost taking off Wonder Chick's head is probably part of the course. Well, I mean, also take off her head. I mean, she's Wonder Woman or Wonder Girl. She's not going to be even remotely hurt by an ordinary human hitting her really hard in the neck with something, because she's got something akin to Wonder Woman's resilience, and Damian Wayne as Robin is still just a child. So, like, Damian is also the son of Talia al Ghul. Yes. Well, I think Talia drugs and rapes Bruce Wayne to make sure that she isn't going to be interrupted by him when she becomes pregnant by him. Tara seems super salty about something here. Yeah, it's probably Garfield dragging her away to engage in a dance party, which just sounds like stupid bullshit time. I personally would tell Garfield to stick the dance party up his arse. He was trying to get me involved in one.
Disengage or be detained.
Donna! Can I call you Donna? I need help!
Punch the boulder.
You're pretty good, but I'll bet Cyborg could upgrade you.
No, because I am not a cyborg myself, or robot. I don't think that he could.
Reporting damage to Keeper. You are unauthorized for this area. This will notify the damage.
Okay, I think my defense of that is done. Let's help this person.
Bro, thanks for the save. Do you think you could give this poem I wrote to Raven?
No, I'm not going to give anything that you've written to Raven. Sounds like a really bad idea. I shall put it into the sea, where it belongs.
Is low forever. Time is never. Destroy target.
What's up with this person? Why are they purple? Why are all these civilians trapped under rocks?
Surrender and you will be harmed.
Surrender and you will be harmed. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, actually. Oddly enough.
Reporting damage to Keeper.
Thank you. If you make the team, you'll be my second favorite Titan, right next to Nightwing.
Why would I join the Teen Titans when I am already a member of the Justice League? Talk about a downgrade. Beast Boy scrapbook. I mean, I don't really want to pick it up. Because it's a part of a collection in-game, then I suppose I'll have to. Well, I suppose if I collect it, if I collect them all together, I can burn them all at once. That's something positive to do, though. Wow, that person's in real danger. Trapped under a rock in the water.
Thanks! So, what's Starfire really like?
Fine. I suppose. Don't really know her personally, to be honest. I beat her up once, when she was being possessed by Trigon.
Thanks for the save! Can you give this song I wrote to Raven?
No. I won't give anything you've written. Oh, I didn't get to weird shit. Didn't realise that there was someone trapped in the helicopter. I suppose the Teen Titans acting as a sink for obsessive weirdos means that there are fewer or maybe none who behave that way towards Justice League members. So that's good in that respect. Give the book to Cassie so she can plot revenge. Use the swimming animation to make you swim on. Well, I was just about in off the shore there. I did notice that actually. Fucking weird that I here at the shore where it should be fairly shallow. How far into no? There we go. Okay. So as soon as you're in water, you drop so that you're swimming. Even if you're swimming in like a centimetre of water. Shame the game doesn't have a tunneling travel superpower. That'd be pretty cool. Probably be a bit less irritating to deal with than super speed. Oh hey, there was another thing. Oh right, I've already got that. Okay. Right, there's another person trapped in a box. I wonder how much getting to Titan Island costs if you come in by helicopter. And this looks like a military helicopter as well. Look, it's like it's got quite an enclosed cockpit, like quite a streamlined one. How much passenger space it could actually have.
Thanks for the rescue, dude. Oh, no offense, but you're not the one who's replacing Cyborg, are you?
No. I'm already a member of the Justice League, as you could tell if you looked at my chest, which I suspect you probably would have done, given that I'm female and you're male. Obsessive fan male.
For decades, Hive suffered at the hands of its enemies. It languished in its ability to succeed. Zazala was adored by her servants. Her hive worshipped their queen. But what did their queen do for Hive?
What indeed? It does look like an Apache, yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Apaches, but particularly, but it does definitely look like a military helicopter. So I have no idea how much. I've already rescued enough people from under rocks, so I guess you're fucked. Although, I mean, maybe you don't just approach by helicopter. Maybe you can also get here by boat. Did I listen to this?
Welcome to Fantasy... Oh, I mean Titan's Island. This totally tubular waterfront dock is where the T-Barge resides. It's our main mode of transport to the mainland and is way radical for wakeboarding.
Is there a mission where Beast Boy gets possessed and I have to beat him up? Because I would really enjoy it if there is.
Oh, thank you. You're not too bad, but Beast Boy is the best.
I'm amazed you can dress yourself in the morning. Yeah, they have a pier, so presumably... Oh right, the kiosk tells you what it's used for, yeah. So, apparently they usually use some kind of barge, although you wouldn't think that a barge would be capable of going at the speeds you'd need for wakeboarding, but... His voice actor did a good job of making him like a dude bro, and an annoying AF one at that. See, dude bros can be okay, like they can be fine, they can be quite endearing even if they're rather stupid, but... In that one's case...
Thank you. Those civilians you rescued may have a new Titan to look up to. Perhaps I will too.
I'm not joining the Teen Titans! Why would I?
This city sure does attract losers.
Oh wait. Oh, is this going to be... I mean, there are... It turns out there are at least 3 sequences of holo token information, but this is probably going to be Garfield again, isn't it? Fuck.
Okay, so I won't lie. Sometimes it's not all K-pop and video games. Sometimes living with 5 or even 7 other people is a little inconvenient. Like, what if I spontaneously decide to bust out some rad dance moves after coming out of the shower and... Surprise! Tara happens to be standing in the hall. Awkward.
Maybe think about not busting out dance moves at random like that. If you're capable of considering that having someone witness you doing these dance moves could be embarrassing or awkward, then maybe think about when you're doing it as well, like instead of just at random. I think I meant barges and party barge. Yeah, maybe. I mean, when I think of barge, I think of like a long canal boat barge. Or like just something that's there to tug, like as a slow but powerful boat. You need to live alone, LMAO. I don't even know this version and he's actually irritating. Yeah, certainly what you get to know of him through the voice lines and stuff, this version of Beast Boy is just absolutely fucking stupid. Most versions of Beast Boy can't really seem to take the whole responsibility of being a superhero thing seriously. But this one just seems to be an idiot frat boy who unfortunately is given the responsibility of using superpowers. Party barge is basically a wide, flat yacht. Usually they are slow though, yeah. Okay, protected that.
Starfire is one bad mother trucker on the battlefield, but she, like every Titan, has a personal way to cool off when not under fire. You know, I personally prefer eating, dance-offs, and video games, but this meditation garden is where Corey gets her hands dirty and her mind clear.
Why couldn't we have just had that piece of information from Coriander herself? Starfire. What's this one gonna be?
She underestimated my own abilities to manipulate Hive against her. As her machinations failed over and over at the hands of the cursed Titans, I planted the seeds of rebellion in her honey and fed it to her followers.
Okay, so
You are unauthorized interference.
apparently Hive has been usurped, or at least leadership of Hive has been usurped by some high-pitched voiced motherfucker who is still himself obsessed with making the puns. Heal up.
Outstanding, recruit! The warlords of Upara would be honored by your performance.
Why is everyone behaving as though I'm gonna join the Titans? I'm here because you asked me for help. That's why I like the early Teen Titans animated. Beast Boy is a bit dense but has some fantastic character development. Oh, okay. Oh, hey. There's an object there that I had collected. They don't have any unique music for this area, do they? This is music from Gorilla Grodd. The Gorilla Grodd missions. There was different music when we were down here. I don't remember what it was, where it was from. It wasn't unique music.
Disengage work contained. Repairs required.
Turn to cyborg. Okay. It's not that one. Explore the island. Okay, track that. That's the last of them. Another holo token.
Okay, so sometimes people ask me, Beast Boy, what's it like being a young, eligible, single hero, working on a team like the Titans? To which I respond, freaking awesome! I mean, come on! I'm lean, I'm green, I get to hang out with super babes. What more can a green-skinned guy ask for?
Many things. Miss Martian, okay. Cool. Garfield has a bunch of messed up stuff happen in the earlier comics. Turns out him getting his powers at all was a bad thing. His father gave him the powers, but we find out his father was a madman. The only origin for Beast Boy that I'm familiar with is the Young Justice one, so I'm not familiar with his other origin stories.
This workshop is where I keep additional tools, parts, and a few secret projects I'm working on. This workshop feeds the depots around the island with maintenance supplies and serves as a repair shop for the Titan robots when needed.
Ah. There's a holo token up here. There's two, actually. I should probably pick this one up first, because it's not guaranteed to stay there. the Young Justice origin for Beast Boy is that he got in an accident. Well, he didn't listen to anybody's advice when they said stay here, whilst his home farm was under attack by a military force. And he went out of the building and got hit by an explosive, which caused him to lose a huge amount of blood. So Miss Martian, who is like all Green Martians, capable of shapeshifting, shapeshifted her... Well, she tried to shapeshift her blood into the blood type that he needed, because they were miles away from a hospital. But it turns out that getting blood from a Martian somehow gives you shapeshifting powers as well, and that's what ended up happening with Garfield in Young Justice.
The Titans are my roots. I was a founding member of the original Teen Titans. Oh, sorry. The Junior Justice League. It's incredible how many years of my life I've spent as a Titan. What's more incredible is how deeply the Titans and each member of the team have shaped who I am. I guess you could say I grew up a Titan.
Not sure who that's supposed to be. Probably Nightwing? At one point in the comics, he got exposed to a device that caused his powers to change, and now he could only turn into horrific monsters. Yeah, in the comics, Beast Boy had been a Titan for years before Miss Martian came to Earth. Fair enough. I mean, that's one of a number of small differences between Young Justice and the main DC universe.
I took on Grant's contract with Hive to preserve his honor. None of my family understood the importance of honor, of doing the job and seeing it through to completion no matter what the cost. I built my reputation on it, and no son of mine will be dishonored or dishonor me with their shortcomings.
That sounds like Deathstroke or Slade, although I didn't know that he had a son. So that could be practically any of the villains in DC, really. Not sure which area this music is from. It's probably not unique to this zone, though, like all the other pieces of music. Oh, Arsenal. I wonder what Arsenal's origin story is supposed to be. I know it is in Young Justice, but not what the usual one is. Let's take that. Do you think that they maybe went a bit far with the T-shaped theming of things? Like, does the protective fence really need T-shaped sections in it? Does the big T that is their Titan's Tower also need to have a T here to represent that you're just to let you know, if you weren't aware already, by coming to Titan's Island and looking at the big T building here, just in case you weren't aware, they've got a little sign above the door that also has a T in it, just to let you know. Deathstroke's daughter joined the Titans in the comics. Rose Wilson, aka Ravager. Everything is T-shaped. The dudes only wear T-fronts and T-jammers. Yeah, I'm vaguely aware of Rose Wilson joining the Titans, but I'm not sure which of the Titans, which of the male Titans, because that voice line mentioned a son rather than specific. Well, a son specifically, not just no child of mine. Oh, maybe it's Black Manta. Now I think about it, because I just picked up a roster entry for Aqualad. So maybe the male villain we were just listening to talk was Black Manta. I mean, what else would you decorate with? Well, I mean, I just wouldn't
Raven
put
may
so
be
many
quiet,
T's
but
everywhere.
fights a daily battle to resist her demonic heritage. I'm a tech guy, so fixing things blows off steam for me. Raven, on the other hand, set up this serene retreat away from everything where she can meditate.
Yeah, I bet Beast Boy doesn't fucking respect that, does he? Every time he wants to have a fucking dance party, he'll turn up here like a turnip. Because this version of Beast Boy doesn't really seem to be capable of considering the feelings of other people. At least not so far, from what I've heard. It's all about Beast Boy. Man, there are so many of these things around, aren't there? Doom Patrol. Static, already got that. Oh, I've already got that as well. Okay. Kid Flash Arsenal. I wonder which Kid Flash this is. There are so many versions. Ooh, there's another one. Hopefully it's actually one that I need. On the rock side of Raven's Retreat. Did I find the thing that you were talking about? Did I miss it? Ah, here we are. Thank you. Guess I did miss it.
I would say that the Titans are a source of hope for me. Having battled demons, both literal and emotional, throughout my life, I am no stranger to despair. The Titans taught me to have hope. Seeing them overcome their own struggles and inner demons while still helping others gave me hope. And hope is a powerful thing.
Wow, there's 15 of them to collect. I've got duplicates already. Yeah, this is Gorilla Grodd stuff again, isn't it? Music. I think I've already got that one. Oh no, okay, cool. Oh, I'm not going to travel around the island collecting all of them. Let's listen to the last of these messages.
Titan's Tower was built by yours truly and is one of my greatest accomplishments. Thanks to hundreds of requests from Beast Boy, the tower is equipped with state-of-the-art video game systems, a fully stocked chef's kitchen, and a karaoke machine loaded with the latest dance music from all around the world. Things I'd do for that guy.
I'm in a fucking kennel.
Excellent work setting up those defenses. Now we can keep those tourists safe. If only there wasn't so many to deal with.
Only you had some ability to manage the people coming to the island. I think I'm done here. Oh hey, it's 3 hours. I guess that'll do it for the stream then. Oh, you can't repair, okay. Well, I guess next time it's Metal Gotham City, and then on to the other stuff on the other side. Amazon Fury, Earth 3 Gotham, Chaos Gotham, maybe? I think I've still got a mission for Chaos Gotham. But yeah. Let's find out what Metal Gotham City is like. Hopefully it's like the rock and roll metal. Well, metal is the evolution of rock and roll. Anyway. Wonder what collecting the Teen Titans roster notes gives you. Gives you a giant Beast Boy poster. JK. Well, fucking hope not. It'll probably be... It'll be a costume piece. I've no idea what. It might be a headpiece. Anyway. Yeah, that'll do it for today. I'll be back on Monday. We've still got a few portals to go through. How many did I manage today? I think I managed 3. So, and that was with a lot of talking. Oh yeah, you didn't get the crud kicked out of you by Validus when you went to the 31st century. No, I've managed to avoid a lot of crap kicking, thankfully. Or having it kicked out of me. I think I've managed to kick it out of a few people. But yeah, I'll be back on Monday, and I think Monday might be, given the rate that I've been going at, might be the last time I do hero side stuff, because Amusement Miles Gang War. Or maybe I could go through that portal as well and find more stuff there. And Central City Starro Deluge Zone. Okay, so maybe there's more content than I thought. Metropolis Anti-Monitor Invasion Zone. Okay. So there's still stuff to do next week, hero side, before I go to villain side. So it might be Friday that I play as a villain. There are a few bits of stuff you learn about the status of the 31st century, since the Emerald Empress says a bunch of stuff when she is fighting you that the Legion of Superheroes. It's mostly taunting you, but she says a variety of things. Anyway, that's it for today. See you guys again, whenever that happens to be. Thanks for coming by.